Hey y'all, welcome back. Today I have to fix a couple of shirts of mine, and I just thought maybe you'd like to see, or you might need to do it for yourself or something, I don't know. But anyways, I'm just going to take you along. So I have this shirt that I bought at Walmart. I have a bunch of them, in every color. I wear undershirts a lot, and as you can see, 3/4 length is even too long for me. I have Tyrannosaurus Rex arms, y'all. Rawr. Anyway, I do have very short arms. So I am going to take this shirt, and I need 3/4 length. I don't like short sleeves because I have flab under my arm where I lost weight and I can't stand it. Plus I don't like short sleeves. If they're not doing that, they're showing my bra, and I can't stand it. But anyway, that's, I guess, TMI. But I'm going to flatten out my sleeve here. Y'all know how I am anyway. I'm going to flatten out my sleeve and get my seam flat. Now, you can iron this, but I didn't feel the need to have to do that. I got it pretty flat. I just washed it. So, yeah. So, I'm going to flatten my sleeve there. And then I am going to take a shirt that actually, surprisingly, does fit. And I like the length of the sleeve. So I'm just going to match it to the shirt that I have down here by my pits. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line my armpits. I'm going to line armpit to armpit. And because this is a raglan type, the black one is, and it don't have an arm seam. So I'm just going to lay my pits together and get that line right down there, even. Now I'm going to take my rotary cutter and I'm going to cut. You need room to fold it. So I cut about 3/4 of an inch right here. And then I just cut it straight as I can. Okay. See how much I got there. And I'm going to save that because I'm going to use it for a pattern. And I'm trying to shut this thing. I'm dancing. I'm swinging to music. If you can't tell, it's a voiceover. Because my air is kicking and it's loud. And I've just got all kinds of stuff going on. So, I am going to take this arm and I'm going to lay it flat and I'm going to do the same thing, okay? So, like I said, all these shirts are basically the same. They're the same shirt. I just bought a whole bunch of colors. And so I'm going to take my shirt sleeve that I cut off here and I'm going to lay it on top of the other one and all of the other ones. And I'm just simply going to cut right where that is. And then all my shirts are going to be the same length. My favorite length. And, it's going to be great. I know it is. So then I shut my cutter. I'll tell you all about that cutter later. I can't in this video. But I'm still working with it to see if I even like it. But most shirts are done with a cover stitch, which I wish I had, but they're expensive. But we're going to do this on a regular sewing machine. So since this does not fray, we don't need to zigzag or anything. Make sure you got matching thread or as close as you can. That's a normal straight stitch. You don't want to do that. You want the 3 together. So we're going to push that. That is a stretch stitch. That's how that's how you sew knits, okay? Now I want my needle all the way to the left, and then I want this the longest stitch length, because if it's short, it'll drag it down in the feed dogs because it's not going to move enough with this stitch, okay? So you want it on the longest stitch, in my opinion. Like I said, I'm no professional by no means, but I have done these before and I know what works and what don't. So if my experience counts, then there you go. But I'm not going to turn it inside out because I work better this way. I should have pinned this, but where this thickness is, I'm going to fold that down right on the seam, and that way I know my seam is even. I know my shirt is even. Where did that come from? Then I know my shirt is even. I guess even Steven was what my brain was thinking. I don't know. But I'm going to put that behind my presser foot. Now, I should have put a pin in it. But I didn't. But it's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line my fabric fold up to the right side of my foot. And then I'm going to put the raw fabric on the left side of my foot. And as long as I keep that the same size as my presser foot, my seam is going to be perfect. Okay? My stitches will be perfect. So I had to scoot it over because you really want the edge of your fabric on both sides of... This is why I said I should have put a pin in it. If I'd have pinned it, I wouldn't be rolling around with this, but I didn't have one. And I was too lazy to get up and get one. So put it down, and then make sure your fabric lines up with your presser foot, okay? If you have a wide presser foot like this. And this stitch is going to go back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. And that's what's going to cause your stretch in it. The only way you can use a straight stitch, in my opinion, would be to have elastic thread. They do have that, but I don't have any. And not the white elastic thread. They do have it in 2 colors, I think. So all I'm going to do is let the machine do what it does. Don't pull your fabric, because if you pull your fabric, you're going to have it rippled. You're going to have a rippled sleeve, and it will look really wonky, and we don't want that. We're going to let our feed dogs do what they do and pull our fabric under. All our little hands are going to do is keep our fabric the width of the presser foot and just guide it. We're not pulling, we're not pushing, we're letting the feed dogs do what they do. And I'll roll it up to my fingers, or sew it up to my fingers, and then I'll pull it around, and then I'll fix it, and then go again. Just a little at a time, but I'm telling you, it's the best way to do it, in my opinion. If you don't have a cover stitch machine. Those things are very expensive, and I just haven't got one. So this is what I do. And it works. A normal sewing machine is all you need to shorten your sleeves. You can do this if you have to shorten a t-shirt. Same thing. Just clone your own t-shirt, put it down, cut it off where you want it, leave you some edge to sew it, and then go around it like this right here. As long as you're not pulling, it'll come out perfect every time. Okay? When I get to this hump, I couldn't go. I need a hump jumper, a jig or something. So I'm taking my awl, and I'm going to push it under there. Now, don't get this thing caught under your needle, because you'll break it. And this is a little wonky. I'm going to tell you. I don't like it. It shifted when I went over it. I might take my X tool and make me one. I'm not sure if I don't just go buy one. But see there where it just kind of shifted and it shoved it in? Boo. I gave you a thumbs down. But anyway, it'll work. It's going to be on the inside of my arm. Well, not the inside of my arm. It'll be under. It'll be, you won't see it. So I'm just going to leave it that way. Look how perfect. Look how perfect. I love it. There's little fabric on the edge. You can trim it or leave it. I usually leave it. I'll show you how to trim it. But I'm going to do the same thing to the other sleeve. Okay. Now you can leave this here or cut it off. Now when you cut it off, make sure you don't get your shirt sleeve, because that would just totally stink if you did this and then cut your shirt. But lay your scissors flat, and then you can easily trim away. Now you can also you could use Jot stick glue from the Dollar Tree. Just Jot stick glue, and run this around and set it and let it dry, and you could stitch it without having to hold it and all that. It'll go a lot faster. But I didn't. You can also use hemming tape, but I find with hemming tape, when you wash it, the hemming tape comes loose. I don't know. But anyway, you could glue it, fabric tack, but you'd have to glue it again, I'm sure. So if you sew them, it's the best way, and this looks just a whole lot nicer than just hemming it with tape. So make sure you easily cut around here, okay? And I'm just cutting that little sliver off. See, it's why I usually leave it. I leave it, 1, because it doesn't bother me. 2, for the sake of not cutting my shirt. Okay? It's there. Nobody sees the inside of my shirt. Now, like I said, I'm going to save this. I'm going to save it, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with it, because I've got several shirts I need to do. So there it is, and look how pretty it looks. It looks so good. Like, it's just, yay, I gave you a thumbs up now instead of a thumbs down. I'm so weird. But anyway, there's my shirt, and I cannot believe I'm going to show you this next project. But before I get there, so I told you I was going to use this as my pattern. So I'm going to take this double-sided tape. This is not hem tape. It's just double-sided tape. It's like fabric tape. I don't know. They say you could sew through it. I have not done it. I bought it to lay zippers down and seams and stuff like that. But I don't know if you could sew through it yet, because I haven't done it. They say you can, but I haven't done it. But I'm just going to lay it down in my sleeve and then get it all even here. And then I'm going to pull my, the backing off. and then I'm simply going to put my sleeve down and smooth it down. And this way, when I use this as a template or pattern or whatever you want to call it, now I do this to both ends. It's not going to come open. It's going to stay the same shape, and it's going to be perfect. So this is what I can't believe I'm showing you. Sometimes this works out for me, sometimes it don't. But this green shirt fits me. This shirt right here fits me perfect. Okay, I love it. I wear a large. Now the shirt under it, I got thrifting, because if I see a shirt I like, I'm going to pick it up. Okay, that's just me. So it's a 1 or 2X. I can't remember which. So look at my ugly foot down there. Sorry about that, y'all. Yeah, I was in there just sewing away and didn't care what I looked like or nothing else. You'll see later when I show you my hair. I didn't fix my hair. I just got out of the shower and brushed it. And I don't even know if I brushed it before I did this video. I don't even know. But I'm going to take these pins because I can see them, okay? I just got these so I can see them. And they're thin. Y'all, my throat is getting like, ugh. But anyway, I put them at first down the straight of my shirt, which would have been fine, except when I got to the bottom, okay, of pinning, I realized if you can see the bottom of that green shirt, that is the bottom of the front shirt of the shirt. And then the back, I poked myself, and then the back is hanging down. So it's a high-low type shirt a little bit. And when I was going down the side, I realized that my sides were not going to match up when I came off the stitch there. So I would have it high and then low, and it wouldn't look right. So what I ended up doing was, 1, I ironed the stinking shirt some because it was so wrinkly. But 2, I went out. So I'll show you right here. I went out some. And that way these match. My hand's in the way, but you'll see in just a second. See right there? One's up, one's down. So I went where it would match, and then I just flowed out. I flowed out. Y'all see me flowing out? Flowing out? Hold on. I told you hold on. What did I hold on for? Oh, on the sleeve, I drew a line. You can't see it. But I don't like the bottom of my sleeve real tight on my arm. So I wanted it kind of like where it was. I just need to take just a smidgen off. I mean, just a smidgen. So I end up ironing it, okay? And I'm using a Frixion pin. And you know you got to curve around where your armpit is. So I'm curving around. And then I'm going down because this was real baggy in my arm. And I looked like I was about to fly somewhere. So I'm just going to go out straight. I'm going to cut some of this saggy off. And then I'm just taking a smidgen off that edge, okay? Now I clipped it to hold it tight with a clip. Now I'm going to go to the serger, and this is the best way to take a shirt in, okay? Now, if you don't have a serger, you would have to cut this and then take your zigzag sewing machine and put it on zigzag stitch and zigzag all the way around the edge. Since I have a serger, this is the best way to do it, and this is how I take up my shirts, okay? So I'm just going to start at the end, and then you see me lift up and pull that string so I can cut it off. That gives you a almost perfect, if not perfect, edge. Now what I'm doing is my pins are to the left, and I'm at the right of my pins. Okay, so my pins are still holding the shirt together, and I'm on the right side of those pins, and I'm cutting that off with the serger. And then when I get to the bottom, I'm going to pinch it real tight and make sure that my seams are together, you know, or my end is together. And then right there, I'm making sure I match that up, and then I'll push down with my fingers and run it right under there. Now when I get to the end, I'm going to lift it up, pull it off, and then I'll flip it over. It's not on the feed dog anymore. And then put it down, and I'll sew a little bit. Do not cut nothing at this point, and then cast off, and it'll be a perfect edge. You don't got to sew it in or anything like that. Now, I done this on a video. I'll try my best to find it and link it down in the description box or up in the cards for you. I had a lot of trash in there. But anyway, look at that. Look at that. Now, I'm just praying it fits when I get done. So you have almost a perfect edge over there. Okay? So I'm going to do the exact same thing to the other side. Now, at the end of this video, I have some credits, okay? And these are my little blessings, some of them. They commented on a video I did the other day. And they encouraged me so much. One didn't make it, and that was Miss Robin. I edited the credits in the video before. I just had to redo the voiceover because when I saved it, it didn't save right. So I had to redo my voiceover. So you got blessed, Miss Robin. You got added to the list. But anyway, they'll be at the end, and I just want to thank you so much. I have some beautiful, wonderful subscribers, and I appreciate you so much. You don't know what you mean to me. You really don't. But anyhow, so now, okay, I'm done. I'm done. Oh, goodness. Y'all overlook my hair and stuff, okay? But look, this is my green one, and it's perfect. It's perfect. It fits me. It's right at the right length. I love it, okay? Now I'm going to leave this shirt on. Hold on. I'm going to leave this shirt on. Because if I don't, this other one's low, and you can see my tatas, and I ain't going to show y'all all that. But anyway, look, I love it. It's still baggy, but not as hanging down as it was. But I like my shirts baggy because, look, see that? It's baggy. I got a fat roll right there. I'm showing you my fat roll. But anyway, I like my shirts like this, and this came out absolutely perfect. I love it. Thank you for watching. Remember, you are a blessing. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Until next time, happy sewing. Goodbye.